Hello, this is Prince of Somnia, and I just did a whole lot of backtracking on Let's Play Pokemon FireRed. Since last time, I did a little bit of level grinding, got both Igneel and Piggy up to level 11. Nothing much happened with Igneel, but Piggy learned Karate Chop, which, unlike Low Kick, actually has a base power stat. It's got 50 base power, 100 accuracy, and it has a high critical hit ratio. Basically, it means that it will more often than not get a critical hit, more so than other moves. It's, for the most part, more powerful than Low Kick. It's definitely better than Scratch, though. Low Kick does have uses outside of just damage, since its base power is influenced by how heavy the opponent is. So anyway, I went all the way back to Viridian City because there's something I want to do now that I'm level 11. Before I go and challenge the gym in Pewter City. See, if you go over here, where I told you not to last time, yeah, this asshole's back. I don't. Is that a problem? Oh. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, you can't cheat your way in and get there without actually fighting all the gyms. I mean, unless you actually, literally cheat your way. Anyway, you have to fight him, so that's why I was telling you that you don't want to go there until you're about level 9, because, well, his team is level 9, starting with his Pidgey, which knows Tackle, Sand Attack, and Gust. This page is not so bad unless you started with Bulbasaur. If you started with Bulbasaur, this fight's going to be a little rough, since Gust is a flying type move, and flying is strong against grass. Other than that, he's got Sand Attack, which will make you miss more often. It's like the game knew I was going to say that. Other than the Sand Attack, it's really not that threatening, but this accuracy loss is probably one of the most annoying things that can happen to you in Pokemon, other than like confusion or paralysis. And the three of them combined, oh god. Anyway, the second Pokemon is the starter that's strong against yours. In my case, it's Squirtle. He knows Tackle, Tail Whip, and Bubble. If you chose any other starter than Charmander, he would have the appropriate starter, and it would have the appropriate elemental move. So, no matter what, your starter's at a disadvantage against his starter from this point on. Unfortunately, the only other Pokemon I have is a physical fighter, so you know what, let's give Leer a try. Let's soften him up. It'll help me do more damage with my Karate Chop, so... Oh, wow! Like I said before, I normally don't use debuffs like that, but maybe I should. Wow. Unnecessary critical hit much, huh? Yeah, this fight's not that hard if you leveled appropriately. I actually thought that would take me a lot longer than it actually did. But nah, he went down pretty easy. Do not get used to that, by the way. Like, later on in the game, fights against Blue over there are going to be much, much harder. It's just, you know, this early in the game, everyone's pretty weak, not just him. So anyway, this is the front gate to the Pokemon League. I'll tell you this right now, you can't do anything with this yet. You have to get all 8 badges, like Gary just said. If you try, people like him will block your path. So, yeah. There's no way to just skip and go all the way to the Pokemon League right now. And even if they let you, if you tried to enter the Pokemon League as you are right now, you would get destroyed. Heck, the time you're ready to face the Elite Four, you probably will get destroyed anyway. I know I did the first few times I played this game. Actually, okay, I know I did a few of the times I played this game. The first time I had a level 100 Alakazam, so I mean, it was about as hard as things can get. when you have the second strongest Pokemon in the game at the highest possible level. Alright, so now I'm going to have to go all the way back to Pewter City, and it's going to take me a very long time because we don't have an item that makes us move faster. So I'll just meet you there, and we'll get on with our business up there. Okay, we're back. So let's take a look around. Oh, what's Team Rocket? They don't sound that important. Huh. Trading a Clefairy for a Pikachu? That's not a very good trade. Pikachu is rare, but Clefairy is much more so. Oh, okay, well, if you have extras, I guess it's okay. What's your profile? Yes, no, or info? My profile is the yes profile. Is this something to do with like the Union Room? This looks like a multiplayer sort of a deal. Is it possible to get rid of the part of the thing that says friend and to say I am a Charmander? Because I would really love to say I am a Charmander. Wait a minute. I mean, that kind of works. I am a fiery Charmander. Yeah, I have no idea what that does. It's been years since I've done anything related to multiplayer in most Pokemon games, to be honest. Aw, what a nice song. I don't know why, but somehow the thought of looking at a Jigglypuff from above fills me with anger. Maybe you know why. Alright. So, there is a lot to do here, but I kind of feel like going about my business first. You know, taking on the gym leader and then going around and exploring. So let's see what you got. Do you have anything new? You've got stuff. So there's the stuff we had before. We have Awakening, which wakes up sleeping Pokemon. I don't think we need any right now. Burn Heal, which heals off burns, which I also don't think we need now. We will soon though. Later on in the game, you better have Burn Heal. And we also have Escape Ropes, which lets you instantly flee from a dungeon. It takes you to the entrance you used to enter the dungeon. And then we have the Almighty Repel, so I can finally stop running from all those random battles. It basically prevents any Pokemon lower in level than the Pokemon at the front of your party from showing up, ever, for 100 steps. Now, the repels themselves aren't really that good, but later on we get something called Super Repels, which do the same thing, but for twice as many steps. Thank God they have these. Now let's see. I don't think I need repels at the moment. I definitely don't, actually. I'm not going to need them until the next dungeon we get to. I don't need status healing items. Honestly, I think I'm just going to go for a few more potions. Just in case things go horribly, horribly wrong. They shouldn't, but they might. No, I haven't yet. What? Oh, no, I don't want to... But I don't want to go to the museum right now. I ironically, I was actually trying to go somewhere so that some other NPC would force me to go someplace, but I actually wanted to go to the place the NPC is gonna force me to go. Oh, what, they have police in a Pokemon game? Oh, wait. Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot that they actually do have police in some of the newer Pokemon games. It's just like some of the other ones, like I think in Ruby and Sapphire, they didn't really have police. Anyway, if you try to leave town early... Yeah, this guy drags you all the way to the gym. You cannot leave Pewter City until you beat the gym leader. And here's the gym. I showed it off last episode, but now you get to see the whole thing. Not that it really looks all that unique. Came from the moon, huh? Rock solid. Alright, let's take him on. This is the first instance of a Pokemon gym. This one's kind of bland, but generally Pokemon gyms have trainers to face, and some of them have puzzles to solve. You know what, off the top of my head, I don't seem to remember Generation 1 and its remakes having all that many puzzles to begin with in their gyms. Anyway, this one's basically a straight shot. You can either just walk straight up the middle and fight that Pikachu over there, or walk around him and fight Brock directly. But before I do any of that, let's talk to this guy. Mr. Champ in the Making here. What? Oh, that's all he tells you? He doesn't tell you? Wow. Usually, Champ in the Making over here will be like, oh, this gym is the blah 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 type, and this type and that type are really good at themselves. But he didn't this time. So I guess it's my job to do it for you. Anyway, I don't know if I said this or not, I honestly can't remember, but the rock type, which is what this gym specializes in, is weak to fighting, grass, and water. And other stuff, but is it weak to other stuff? Probably, but that doesn't matter right now because you're not going to have any other types. The really nice thing about all of the rock types in this gym is that they're also part ground type, and ground types are weak to water and grass too, so if you have Bulbasaur or Squirtle, you will be doing 4 times the damage every single hit against Pokemon that don't have that much special defense to begin with. If you have Charmander, you're screwed. No, you're not. Actually, the really nice thing about Generation 1's remakes here in FireRed and Leaf Green is that if you level up your Charmander enough, it will learn the move Metal Claw. It's a Steel-type move. Steel-type didn't actually exist in the original Red and Blue. They introduced it in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and it carried over into these games, and it'll actually help your Charmander stand up somewhat of a fight. I still recommend catching a Mankey, because even though you're probably going to end up lower leveled if you catch a Mankey and you have your Charmander than they would if you just grinded out your Charmander to begin with, you're a lot more likely to survive if you have a second Pokemon around. Anyway, on to something completely different, Sandshrew, which isn't actually a rock type at all. I don't know why it's here. It just is. This could be pretty bad. God damn it, not Sand Attacks again. I hate Sand Attack. Sand Attack, Double Team. Double Team's arguably worse since it's a buff. It buffs someone's evasiveness. Which is like lowering accuracy, but, well, it doesn't affect the target, it doesn't affect the opponent, it affects the user, so you switching out won't fix it. Fortunately though, there are moves that never ever miss, so regardless of whether or not someone changed accuracy or evasiveness, so that's really handy, but unfortunately we have none of those moves right now. I think if you're playing Pokemon Yellow, you're in an even worse situation coming into this gym battle, because in Pokemon Yellow, for those who don't know, you are forced to choose Pikachu as your starter. You have no choice, and you can't even evolve it into a Raichu either. It is stuck that way, permanently. And, well, Ground type is completely immune to the Electric type, and every Pokemon in that gym is part Ground type. And to make things worse, Karate Chop is a normal type move in Generation 1. Yeah. Good luck with that. Seriously though, Pokemon Yellow is really challenging just because of how restrictive the early game can get. Later on, you can actually find all of the starters as gifts, which I did make a note of in the bios, but, well, before then you can't. You may want to save before doing this. Just a fair warning. Rock hard. Oh really? Gee, I never could have guessed. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I love the gym leader battle music. It's probably my favorite in this series. Alright, let's take on Brock. First off, he's got Geodude level 12 with the move Tackle and Defense Curl. Tackle is, well, you should know that already. Defense Curl boosts its defense by 1 stage. It's basically Harden, but, well, well, it doesn't really matter right now, but, when used in conjunction with the move Rollout, it'll make Rollout much more powerful, but, well, we can't see Rollout here because he doesn't know it yet. Either way, that Geodude goes down pretty easy. The Onix is the hard part. Yeah, this big old thing. This thing will give you a lot of trouble if you're not using low kick, because it is very heavy. Whoa! I've never seen low kick do that much damage in a single hit before. Huh. Usually this actually takes me like 3 rounds. This Onix knows Tackle, Bind, Harden, and Rock Tomb, if it ever actually got around to using most of those. Basically, Rock Tomb is a rock-type attack. It damages the target and may lower their speed stat. On top of that, Bind is a move that does continual damage against the opponent for 2 to 5 turns. If you're playing the original versions of this game, and your Pokemon is slower than the Onix, you're screwed, because Bind prevents you from moving. Yeah, you can't even heal when you're in Bind. You just take continual damage over and over and over again, and there is nothing stopping Brock from spamming Bind on you, continually, until you die. Yeah. Be thankful these remakes exist, because gameplay in Generation 1 was broken to hell. But anyway, after that considerably easier than I remember battle, we get the Boulder Badge from Brock. Basically, you defeat a gym leader, you get their badge, and some of them actually help out some of your stats, and it lets some of them let you use certain moves outside of battle. Those are called hidden machine moves, or HM moves. They're basically like field spells in the Golden Sun series. You use them and they do certain things in the field that help you solve puzzles. Flash, for example, illuminates dark caves, but is otherwise generally useless. But of course, we don't have Flash yet, and we can't get it for quite a while. We also get a TM from Brock. We get TM39 Rock Tomb in Generation 3. In Generation 1, you will get the TM for a move called Bide, which Brock's Pokemon don't know in this generation. Basically, Bide, you don't take your turn for 2 turns, and then whatever damage you took during those turns, you deal back double to the opponent. So if you think your Pokemon can actually live long enough, then, well, you will really dish out the pain, but I generally don't think it's worth it because I prefer sweeping to taking hits. So anyway, with that bit of business done, let's take a look around Pewter City. Let's see, if I remember correctly, somewhere up here... I know there's a hidden item up here. I don't know what... yeah, there it is. This is probably one of the only hidden items in the entire game I actually know about, and I don't know why, but for some reason in my childhood, that hidden item was like burned into my memory. Seriously, I have no idea why. So anyway, let's head in. You get paid 50 poke dollars to get in here, but, or poke yen, or whatever you want to call it, but this is the museum. You can talk to a few people, see their exhibits. Whoa, what's that guy? He looks pretty powerful. I actually did, well, spoiler alert, but you can actually get one of those. It's a mechanic that I won't be talking about for a while, but like, there's a way to get a Pokemon like Aerodactyl. It looks a lot more fleshy than this image, but back when I was a kid, I used an Aerodactyl on my team, and it was pretty damn good. It wasn't the most powerful member of my team, but it was pretty good. Boot tops, huh? Oh, a space exhibit. Too bad we never go into space in Pokemon. Oh, okay, well, there was that one time. But, that was just one time. Oh, wow. So how come this game is like the only one that makes references to like real-world places and events? Like that guy was talking about the moon landing, right? And then there's something else that we won't be able to see until much later in the game that also references like South America or something like that. And it's like, but I thought they were two different universes. They gotta be two different universes. I mean, that's the only way you can explain how gravity doesn't seem to work quite the way it does in our world. I mean, no way some tiny ass birds are weighing 51 pounds. Like a Fletchender. Are there any hidden items up here? Because this area looks suspicious to me. I don't know why. No? Okay, well. Anyway, here is a tree that's about as tall as we are that we can't just walk around, so yeah, this is an example of something that you need a hidden machine or an HM move to use to cut it down and get past, so there's nothing we can do about that yet. We don't have the HM for cut. Oh, how cute. Be on the lookout for one of those. I'm gonna be looking for one of those soon. They're in the next route over. Yes, I did, actually. Oh, those fossils were from Mount Moon. Yeah, we're gonna be picking up some of those fossils over there. I want to explore a little bit more, but first, something I should have done the first thing right after the gym is get the running shoes. Holy crap, have I missed the running shoes. Basically, you press and hold the B button, and you move... hold up. And you move faster! Oh my god, I needed these so bad, the walking speed was just too slow for me. Yeah, I'm impatient, sue me, but... oh god. Like, backtracking all the way back to Viridian City to fight Blue was so painful just because of how slow I was moving the whole time. Oh, see, it works that way? But how... flowers don't move, so how would the repels work for 100 steps? Oh! Oh, I get it! Flowers don't move, so the repels just will never wear off. You spray them once, and the Pokemon will never be able to live within, like, a 3-foot radius of this garden. That's a pretty good strategy, I guess. No, he's not. He'd stomp those bug catchers into the ground. I find it really weird that in the original games, the rock-type gym leader didn't have a single rock-type attack on his team. Oh, yes, I don't think I mentioned this, but if you give a Pokemon a status problem like paralysis or sleep, you really want to avoid burning or poisoning it, because those do damage over time. But if you give it paralysis, sleep, or freeze it, then you'll have a lot easier time catching Pokemon. So, yeah, make use of that. That's one of the reasons why Butterfree can be pretty useful, is helping you catch your Pokemon. But anyway, yeah, I think I've learned from my mistakes. I want to pick up a few antidotes. I don't want to end up like I did last episode. So anyway, so now that we're done with the gym, we can finally move on to Route 4 beyond Pewter City. So, I wonder what these thieves are doing over at Mount Moon. Well, we'll just have to find out next time on Let's Play Pokemon FireRed. See you guys then!